I see it. Okay.
You see it,
bro?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Wow.
That's clean.
All right, so we got our Facebook Live, and we got the. Oh, make sure you're in there. Make sure we got Anthony in there.
Oh,
we might have to get like really. There we go.
All right,
okay,
bro.
so we're gonna be doing our first podcast, and I guess we don't really have any like subjects to talk about, but
We don't.
we're just kind of gonna shoot from the hip.
From the hip.
And these are two of my good friends out here in Arizona that
Definitely.
since I moved back from California, I've met both of them. We got Anthony, we got Marcos.
Hello.
So
Hey.
I just kind of want to introduce them. I know I had Anthony on one of my YouTube videos. I'll go ahead and put that link down below.
Check it out.
And we kind of just sat down, we talked, and it was cool. It was a good time.
It was.
He does dancing. I mean, Marcos does it as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we can talk about that. I mean,
Yes.
why do you like doing the dancing?
Why do you dance, Marcos?
Why do I dance? I mean, like, I was in high school, and I was just a freshman one time, and I was at lunch, and I saw this United Dance Company just dancing at lunch, and this performed, and I was like, whoa. I thought it was all just about breakdancing or like, people popping, but they introduced me, they come to dance class, you want to learn to dance like us, and so I came through, and I stayed in the dance class for about 2 years. I learned ballet and stuff.
So it was like from school though, right? It's like
Yeah,
when you got,
from school, and then I met Anthony Cordova.
Whoa,
And
who's
then-
that guy?
Who's that?
That's this guy right here. And he's an awesome teacher, he teaches on Tuesdays, so.
Oh, that's a plug right there.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's the plug,
Yeah.
for sure.
United Dance Studio, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Be there or be a square.
Exactly, that's the ones that are on video, definitely, that's the ones posted.
or at True Route _ IG.
Or at Marcos Like Taco, at Instagram.
All right. So
He's
it was
ugly.
basically through high school then, right?
Yeah, definitely through high school.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about dancing until Anthony just started showing me, he's like, hey, you want to learn how to dance like us, just come through. So,
Yeah.
of course I came through.
Yeah, and I know your story too is like it came
Right.
about with being in that exposure and trying to do something cool like the movies, right? What is it called? Serve It Up? I don't know. Chop this up.
Serve it up.
You just got served. Yeah. there
Serve it
is.
up. Same thing.
Sort of,
Well, another thing that kind of brought us together though, let alone their different spectrums with dancing, but it was through fitness, through working out, through the gym, and it's just great to be able to meet people too who have who share the same idea and that I can relate to. So it's like with these guys, we watch Bradley Martin videos, watch Culture Cast.
Yeah.
I do listen to a lot of Joe Rogan, but I want to more or less make like a podcast of us just kind of sitting down and chopping it up, because usually at the gym we're between sets and we're just talking about life, man.
Yeah,
It's
we
just
always get
definitely.
super deep into conversations.
super deep.
We're supposed to do
It's
abs like one day, and like, all right, we're gonna do abs. You guys ready
Yeah.
for abs? And the next thing you know, we're sitting there for 30 minutes just talking
Bro.
about life,
literally what happens.
and then we have to go, and there's
Yeah.
no abs. So,
but it just becomes like this super deep conversation. Like I was saying, we hold each other accountable. We do the best we can.
Definitely.
I know, especially me. I don't want to hog up the podcast, but with school, the past, 2 semesters now. I just took one of my finals. It's like
CAC, right?
CAC, dude.
Shout out to CAC.
But like I just finished up one of my math finals, and it's like I was on this road to just wanting to do homework, but then I had to realize like I still had to go to the gym, and like that's my true passion. But for me, I'm sure like these guys too, it's like when I do something I want to be the best at it and the best I can be.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what I was gonna go with right there.
You're a hard worker. That's
Yeah.
what you
Yeah.
are. This whatever you have going on. I have dancing all the time. I just got back from a long practice last night. I didn't get home till like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Shout out to Exiles, our boys. But we had a long practice, and then the next day I get a phone call from this guy, ready to hit the gym.
Right.
And it's just one of those things where you wake up and grind every single day.
It is.
And that's the thing too, where like I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's like we all have like our daily grind, but
Yeah.
this guy too, or both these guys, like they go above and beyond. Like they do their routine in the morning, and then they go the dance up at night.
Yeah,
like
well,
it's crazy because they're working
is
till like
crazy.
2-3 in the morning, and that's like what most successful entrepreneurs or businessmen do. Like no matter what, they're working, and you
Yeah.
guys still get up, you go to the gym. We have to maybe call each other, wake each other up.
Yeah,
but
wakey.
it's like.
Especially that.
But-
Eggs and bacon.
Yeah, but it's like the thing about that is like we still have that drive to like whether we sleep in an extra hour or two, like we still have that accountability for each
Yeah.
other
Oh, yeah.
where we go.
Yeah, there's certain days where like I don't want to wake up, and I'll get a call from Henry, and it gets me up. you know, or from taco, you know, once in a blue moon. A blue moon. A blue moon. This guy's the one that needs to be awake all the time. You know?
Lately.
Yeah.
Lately.
But and then without, you know, me, or I'm pretty sure this guy or this guy, and vice versa, you know, we kind of motivate each other to get up and actually go to the gym and be healthy. And for me, like, I'm a dancer, and I'm not trying to get big and like be a bodybuilder, but I am trying to be healthy.
And lean too, because you do a lot of cardio and a lot of that,
and be like Bruce Lee. You know, Bruce Lee. I love his body. You know, he's so ripped, and I think as a dancer, you know, I just want to look like that and be strong and just be healthy. Because I'm 27.
Yeah.
All right. I'm 27, and they say when you get to a certain age, you're gonna get fat, and I'm like, I don't want to like get to that place. You know, I'm trying to stay healthy and look young. You know, I'm 27. I look 18.
Yeah.
From my height and from my good looks, but it's just one of those things where I want to stay healthy and make sure that I don't lose myself.
And that's the thing. I mean, that's what we do talk about too. And we don't really, I guess I don't really ever think about like our ages, you know, like the age difference or whatnot. But it's like, no matter where you're at, what I've learned is you just have to keep going. You know, you have to keep going and understand that life isn't really going to stop just for you, you know, and it's not going to stop for anybody. You know, we have to be the ones to establish like our name, our brand, or whatever who we want to be. And for me, it's like I love going back to the fact of like the bodybuilding and all that, but it's like what I understood is in life you really have more than one option to do something great. You know, you have the gym, you have some sort of job throughout the day, but you can also, you know, go above and beyond on that. So like recently, I'm gonna be talking about more in other videos, but it's like I just bought a domain, I just bought a website, I just started creating, you know, my whole whole brand, my clothing, my company. But I don't want to just necessarily like saturate the market with, you know, you already have gym brands, fitness brands who are already like exposing all this clothing out to the public. I want to be something different. I want to show the world that, you know, Henry Rodriguez has something that the world has never seen before, whether it's like with different styles, different designs, or just my meaning behind what I'm about. And with these guys, they definitely inspired me to, you know, stay accountable and just keep working. And I know, like I said, I know sometimes we fall off the charts, but at the end of the day, man, we hold each other accountable.
Oh, definitely, bro.
So I guess this could be like about accountability.
Accountability.
Where's another point in, like, I guess your guys' life where it's like you had to really like dig down and find, you know, who you really are and like what your purpose is?
Marcos?
This is Marcos. I never heard that you say that. But I think a big point in my life is when getting out of high school. You know, that's when I realized like I was still the same size and I didn't like really grow.
Yeah.
Like I was like 120 around that size, and I was just barely trying to work out. I wasn't eating correctly. I didn't really care. I was eating pizza. I was eating Roberto's. You know, carne asada fries are the best.
I think he's trying to shout out Roberto's.
Shout out Roberto. I'm always at Roberto's.
It's not a Roberto's sponsored podcast. I'll tell you that.
Right. And like I just knew that at that point, like I needed to start like really investing in my body, or investing in my passion and what I love.
So, but what like got you to that point where you're like, I want to do this? Because some people like they just don't know how to get into it, or they don't know like the steps or the way to go. Did you just like Google how do I do this, or you kind of like just picked over?
Well, it's funny because it's humble beginnings. It started with home workouts, you know, and I had like a few friends come through, like Hunter Nish. Me and him did like home workouts together, like push-ups and pull-ups, and he corrected me on my form, and I corrected him on his form. And through that time, like there were nights where I was like, I didn't come through. But those nights I remember studying like what could we do better, you know, and little things like that. And from that point forward, one of my friends, Chance Crawford, one of the wrestlers that I used to work out with, he came through one day and he said, let's go to the gym. I know a gym we can go to. So he took me to LA Fitness. And there at LA Fitness, he started teaching me more like the bench press and like cable crossovers, something I wasn't used to.
Yeah.
And then once Chance left, I went back to Hunter and we started working out together again. And then to the point where like I started working out by myself.
Right.
This happened for like a year, and like I've constantly been looking up things we could do, things that we can like improve on, certain workouts. I've learned so many different kinds of pull-ups, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then with all that research and stuff, Anthony came out of nowhere and invited me to work out with him and Chandler at LA Fitness. Shout out to LA Fitness, which is where we work out.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I don't know about that, but I do say yeah, because it's like
Don't fire me.
It falls into the whole point of like, you have to be happy with where you're at now, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, me and you had this conversation. Actually, we all had this conversation of
Good old
like,
Hunter.
you got to be happy with where you're at now in your life, and in finding that, you know, you don't have to be, you know, a celebrity. You don't have to be in LA or San Diego to be great, or to put yourself in a position that you want to become better. So,
That's right.
Again, do I love these commercial franchise gyms? I have other words for that, but I'm not going to say, you know, I'm not going to talk down on anyone because I don't want to be negative, but it's like, you have to be happy where you're at now. Yes, we're training at LA Fitness. Would we love something else? Yes. And I mean, that's what I'm working on, but it's like, you know, you like I said, you got to be happy with where you're at now. I don't know.
Like there's another thing about that where it's like it's still humble beginnings.
Yeah.
You know, I went from home workouts to like a commercial LA Fitness gym, which is the biggest franchise
here
in the gym industry. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean,
But
dominating.
as much as like as many rules as there are, you know, with LA Fitness, is as many bad things as you can find. You tend to search for them, you know, because you hear about these amazing other gyms that are like aren't commercial, where you can actually do like
Scream, chalk, or whatever.
chalk, even videotape. You can't videotape in LA Fitness. We still do. But don't let anybody know that.
Yeah, we still do.
Right? My fault. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still humble beginnings. Like, there's still a future ahead of us, and the next gym forward is just up and coming. You know what I mean? And like, what I'm excited for is when Henry actually gets that gym together. And like we all come through there. I mean, you know what I'm saying, right? Like we're starting with humble beginnings with home workouts. Well, at least I did. To like Snap Fitness, which is like the size of my room. That's the size of the gym. And then to LA Fitness, and then the up and coming.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's the list.
Right.
It's different too. I mean, how about from I guess your side of the house where you know you got a dance studio and you're still making time for the gym with us.
Right.
I mean, could you see once I guess you're about to open another studio or whatnot, are you going to be able to have more time for, I guess, more clientele or whatever you're trying to do?
Yeah, I think one thing that helps me a lot is, you know, you talked about accountability. Accountability helps so much because without accountability, you don't have help on whatever your dream that you're trying to have accountability for. And it's like harder to do it by yourself, obviously. I think like going to the gym, it's really fun. Obviously going with these guys is super fun. But it's just the accountability and pushing each other. So when it comes to clientele, when it comes to that extraness that we need to have for our building, you know, we're definitely going to have that. But it's going to come from accountability. It's going to come from a team getting together with the same dream, with the same vision, with the same goal. And then us being smart about it versus working hard about it. Being smart, like, all right, this is your hat. You're going to be the hat for clientele on Facebook, or this is your hat. You have to go get the supplies that we need. This is your hat. You have to make sure you create the dances so people can come in. This is your hat. You have to record and advertise. So just getting surrounded by people with the same dream and the same passion and the same focus, and as long as you have that, it's a lot more easier. But if you don't have it, it's going to be hard. But the accountability, just going back to accountability, if you can find anyone that maybe they don't even work out, like they say if you have a girlfriend or you're a girl, you have a boyfriend, right? If you can just have that person that doesn't work out maybe with you, just be like, hey, make sure you wake up for your workout, or hey, make sure you wake up and, you know, clean your clothes, or make sure you go to school today, you know, and then you have that accountability, and it goes a long way. It doesn't have to be someone that even does it with you. As long as you have someone like, hey man, I really just need you to like randomly hit me up, call me, wake me up, get me out of bed, and then make sure I get to the gym, whether they're with you or not. There's no excuses. You know, it is hard when you're by yourself, but there should be no excuses. If there's a will, there is a way. And if you can find that way to get to the gym or whatever you guys are trying to do in life, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We have to really find a way to get there. So
I mean, I guess it comes back down to like the conversations we have in the gym where it's like, okay, well, what are we gonna do tomorrow? Or even like the thing what you guys do is like doing planks in between your sets. So it's like, do we really want to do it at the end of the day? Not really, right? Not at all. But it's like, you still end up doing it because we're inspired by each other, you know? And I mean, really, at the end of the day, motivation is there. You know, you have motivation videos, you have motivation podcasts you can listen to, but it's like it all comes down to like self-motivation at the end of the day, where you have to inspire yourself. You have to, and this is the thing I have a problem with, is like getting up on time or getting up at all. You know, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, you're like, damn, dude, it's another day, but it's another day because you have so much opportunity, you have your life to live. But it's like, I got to figure out how and why I want to get up. You know what I mean? Like, I have a business I want to be running. I have a business that I'm working towards. So I need to make sure that, you know, I am getting up. I'm keeping myself accountable. So it's not only like accountability from other people, but it's accountability in yourself.
Oh yeah.
So that's, to me, it's like, you know, I just love like the idea of like social media and people posting, because you can follow them, just like your fitness page, your journey page of, you know, you going from where you were at before to where you're at now. It's like, it's a huge difference. And I mean, both of us been seeing, you know, Taco grow, you know.
Yeah, Taco is growing.
So it's pretty crazy. He's morphing.
He's morphing.
Like a transformer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, like I said, it's the first podcast. We're just trying to get something out there, get the content pushed, and I mean, this is the first one. You know, we're getting ready for the gym. Definitely. And
yes. What day is it today? Back in biceps.
Back in biceps. Let's do it. And planks.
Oh, and planks. Of course.
But it's like, so we got this first podcast episode. I'm not sure when I'm going to get it aired, but I do want to work with SoundCloud too. So maybe even just taking the audio from this, popping it into a podcast doc or whatever it's called, the little music thing. So we're going to get going on that. I appreciate you guys for listening and watching, and for these guys on coming through. So hopefully we're going to be doing more of these talks and have something a little bit more organized for our next podcast. So
bro,
you guys have anything else to add?
No, people on live. This writing.
Yeah, shout out to the live. Shout out to live right here.
Michael Holmes. If anything, I started working out with Michael Holmes, so shout out to Michael Holmes. But yeah, man, it's been a journey, you know, having different people in my lives and going from working out in Chandler to Casa Grande. Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys, and thank you guys so much for the push.
For sure. And now, how can people catch you guys on Instagram or Facebook? What are we looking at?
You guys can follow my Instagram account, Marcos like Taco. No, nothing's plural.
Okay.
Or my journey page or my fitness account is gonna be mto.journey. So that's where my journey account's at.
And we got Anthony.
I don't even know mine's. I think it's
Anthony Cordova. I think.
It's Anthony _. Is that what you call it?
Underscore. Hey man, you know what it means.
But it's Anthony _Cordova, and all lowercase.
Yep.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of posing, so you'll see it.
Okay.
And you'll check out with United too.
Yeah, and then we have United,
which
United Dance Company. You know, follow us on Facebook, United Dance Studio, United Dance Company. We have 2 pages. If you guys want to know more about our classes that we have, again, right now we're working on getting our building. It's almost there. Keep that in prayer. But until then, you know, catch us on the rebound. And
you guys on the live, I know we have 2 phones running right now. You guys on the live pages, this podcast will be coming out soon. Go ahead and look me up on YouTube, Henry Rodriguez. I'll be on the first page, and you can find my YouTube videos. You can find the last video that I posted with Anthony, and we're gonna have this up. I'm gonna hope by Monday, I want to have this running on YouTube and possibly SoundCloud if I get that running. So I want to thank you guys for watching. You guys can find me too on Instagram at TrueRod_. I'm just excited to keep this podcasting going.
Yeah,
So thank you guys for listening.
All right.